Yeah, what's going on, y'all? What's up? It's Tvshka and Josh. There we go. Had to get the right angle.
Yeah.
Man, how we doing, Josh? How you feeling?
I mean, feeling good. Hope it's a competitive game, unlike the rest of the games that UConn has played.
Right.
But other than that, ready to see who's the champion. Whether they're going to have a
Yeah.
first time champion or a 5 time since 1999, which is kind of crazy. Um,
And UConn. I mean, it's just been the last couple of decades, and kind of what we're referring to is, I mean, if you don't know already, I mean, wake up, get out from under that rock. But the NCAA Men's Division One basketball championship, national championship, is tonight.
tuna.
So we're actually going to be watching along. Like you said, definitely the first half.
Yeah,
we'll
we
see.
shall see.
We'll see
We're
how the
kind of
game is.
the
Yeah.
way these games are going. If the first half ends with a 15-point game, we might
Mhm.
call it. We don't know. It is a late start, but most natties are these days. So
Yeah.
we shall see how this actually ends up on there. But thank you for all who will join us or has already joined us throughout this hopefully good game. Right now, it
Yep.
is UConn is favored by 6.5, which seems good. Typically, either one or two things happen with UConn: either they'll blow someone out or they'll lose a close game. So if it's a close game at half, now typically of the tournament, they've only been down at halftime against Iona by 2 points. They still end up winning that thing by 23. So we shall see what happens on that. But I mean, whoever wins, there you have arguably the best defensive team in
Mhm.
San Diego State against the best all-around team still left. Obviously, I
Yep.
mean, if you
The
look at
deepest team too.
all the push up your actually stats of the that UConn is the best overall team as far as defensive and offensive efficiency. The fact that they had that, and they haven't lost, they've only lost in conference this year, which is kind of crazy. So they haven't lost a non-conference. So this would be the first night that they would lose that. Do I think it's going to happen? Probably not. But I don't know if you're gonna bet the money line. I mean, if you're gonna bet San Diego State 6.5, just bet the money line based off of tradition, which right now it's pretty consistent, other than the Final Four that we had on that. But it's been an interesting tournament so far. And as far as narratives going forward of how a team is structured with the transfer portal, NIL, freshmen, all that,
Mhm.
it used to be it was dominated by one and dones. Then you had like a senior for that. So it's a lot of young talent. Now it's getting to the point where with the transfer portal and stuff, they're all seniors or all third year players, all that. And that's who's kind of is left is the what we kept saying, because a lot of times with the NIL, a lot of these players would rather stay in college and make more money than they would if they went pro. So some of those guys that end up going pro or with the transfer rule and all that other stuff ended up and go to better teams, still get compensated for however well you think they are, because you really can't release the contracts, but you kind of have an idea on that. But that's kind of why we have this kind of parity that we see today, which some people say it's ruining basketball. But I'm like, why? Are you tired of seeing Kentucky, Duke, and North Carolina and Kansas in every Final Four every other year?
Mhm.
Or do you want to see the Kansas States of the world make that incredible run where we now know Marquise Noel? We know that name now. Do you want to see the FAU get from a millisecond from making to a final? Do you want to see the San Diego States of the world make it to a Final Four? Or you just want to see the typical thing? Like there's people keep sitting there saying it's ruining, and then we get these type of players. I mean, we get these type of teams in there. So it's kind of funny when you talk to people and they're like, it's ruining basketball. I'm like, why? And then they're like, well, I'm like, we've gotten a lot of parity this year, especially in the tournament. And it's really hard to
Right.
predict. Now, granted, the game is not very good compared to the NBA, but the NBA is boring. It's just kind of the same. Every team runs the same thing and all that other stuff. At least you get some type of decent sets and everything. And also, they let you beat the crap out of each other in the NBA in the NCAA rather than do the NBA. So yeah, it's kind of crazy on that. But yeah, that's kind of the season in review. I
Right.
think.
Yeah. So, kind of jumping back to the transfer portal, it's interesting to kind of, I mean, this is, one of the first major years we're really seeing a lot of the fruits of that, but it's interesting to see the handshakes at the end of the game now. Hey, hey, great game. It's almost like let's talk. Like,
Right.
if you want to come over our side next year, let me know, kind of thing. Because
Yeah.
you kind of almost see it like men's and women's. Hey, good game, good game. Hey, I'm gonna make an intentional effort, and they could just be speaking in a little bit of wisdom or just encouragement, but you gotta feel like there's a little bit of an ulterior motive, or at least an additional benefit to them trying to nurture a little bit of those relationships, because hey, you are, yeah, now it's supposed to be going to private chat. It went up public. but 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 you kind of see that a little bit, and it's like, all right, I mean, maybe it's a little bit serving, or just further relationships. I mean, I don't think I can consider that tampering. Is there much tampering rules kind of with that? But I mean, if a person puts it into the portal, then yeah, I mean, that's nothing you can do. It's like Lamar Jackson asking for a trade. What can you do?
Well, apparently no team wants to do anything, but that's not why we're here, because we do not have that long of a time. If you want to ask me about Lamar Jackson, that's a whole other 3 hours.
Exactly,
at
right.
least.
Yeah,
if you want me to talk about Lamar Jackson. So no,
no,
we're going to touch. We're not
going to
go down that road.
Before they do the tip off, I mean, it's the hot topic right now. By the way, congrats to LSU women's for winning the national championship. Incredible game. 102 points. That's nuts. That is nuts for college. And hats off to Iowa. But I mean, the whole taunting deal. I mean, everybody's got to make it a narrative. I feel like we'd be remiss if we didn't even hit on it. But what's your initial thoughts? And then looks like they're getting to player introductions right now. What are your thoughts on that one, bud?
It's kind of part of the game. Did I thought it was weird how she kept? I mean, you just won the national championship. You're spending more time following this player around. Did I think it was weird? Yes, but it's if you didn't want her to do that, you should have beaten her. I'm kind of that situation on that. Now some people are going to say what they want, but I understand if you actually dive into it of the difference between the two. So I say it was weird. I'm not going to sit there and say it's classless, because trash talking is trash talking. You dish it out, you got to take it. Did I think it was maybe a little excessive? It was weird. It was odd. Like, why you just won the national championship? Go celebrate with your teammates. So I thought it was weird in that regard. But I don't think she's out of line, because it's part of the game, and technically the game was still going on. But it's more of like they were pointing out what Kate was doing to Louisville, which is my squad. But the thing is, girl backs it up, and so does Reese.
Oh my God, man!
So they both are just phenomenal players. So I'm like, I just thought it was an odd look. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, I'm with you. Definitely not gonna say it's classless or that's thug mentality. That's absolute bullshit.
Right.
People that are saying that are just trying to get clicks or be eccentric. But I mean, I'm a little bit of a different kind of trash talker. And as soon as the buzzer's kind of done. But at the same time, I've never won a national championship.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm an emotional person. I mean, I talk shit whenever I win a pickup game. So, I can't imagine a national championship. It was a little bit weird to follow her for that long. But, hey, when you're in the moment, you're in the moment. Emotions are high. And, it's just one of those things where I also try to take a step back, and I'm like, how old are these people?
Right.
18, 22 years old. Like, and I think both of these girls are younger as far as like juniors.
I mean, Reese is a sophomore. Caitlin, I think, is a senior. So
we got another. I mean, hopefully we got another year of this, because that's going to help build the women's sport in the public eye.
Exactly. I thought you have this controversy creates cash. All right, and more people were talking about the women's game of basketball.
Yeah, exactly.
In the past 24 to 48 hours than I've ever seen it before. Now, was it because of some crazy, I don't know, kind of overzealous or overreacted? Sure, because the men's game has kind of been like UConn's the best team and no one cares. So there really hasn't been anything other than the San Diego State last second shot on that. So they needed something to talk about, and Caitlin Clark is a very good basketball player that is good from the parking lot. And Reese is, one of those players that's just as good. obviously she proved it as well. Caitlin
Yeah.
is a different type of
God.
player that we really don't see, that trash talks, and her game is just, I mean, you don't, she had a triple double against Louisville, but Reese is, and she's not a very big compared, like Reese is a very good
Reese is
size,
long.
exactly.
Holy God. I mean, there was one move. She did a 360. She did a spin into a layup.
Yeah.
And I mean, took like, the 2.5 steps, but like the first step was like near the free throw, if not further back. I mean, it was just like long stride and just right up in the basket and smooth. I mean, so much finesse. And I don't know. I can't help. And of course, it's an African American or black athlete and a Caucasian white athlete. But so I was like, I can't help but think, and it's also, well, no, it was Michigan State and another, but I can't help but think of Bird and Magic, Of course, there we got like 4 years or 3 years of that kind of continuously. But I mean, hopefully we get 2 years
with the Lakers Celtics stuff, but
still. yeah, Lakers Celtics. Maybe that's what. Maybe right in the NBA, but I'm saying college ball wise, because that bled over into the professional realm, and it's. I mean, I just don't see either of these two not being in the WNBA.
No,
and so I don't know. I think it's great for the sport. Super excited for both of those athletes and in the women's sports in general.
Yeah, I mean, just think of the narratives that people are actually going to give a crap about going into next season with Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. So I just, what I saw there was dollar signs in my eyes.
Yeah,
really.
Exactly. Yeah, because how many people actually knew there was a women's championship game, right?
Right.
And that's not disparaging, women's sports. It's just the public, mindset. I mean, and right now there's so many sports going on. And then you also had, WrestleMania. I mean, you had just a lot of things this weekend that could pull people's attention. And yeah, I mean, everything feed wise is blowing up yesterday about the championship game, and love it.
Which was pretty much a blowout the whole game. So,
man, I mean, they kind of came a little bit back at the end, but yeah, I mean, they ended up winning by 18 points or
15-18, something like
15-18, yeah. But God dang, such a high scoring game.
Yeah.
And it's not like there wasn't defense, but yeah, I mean, do you think we'll see UConn score 100 points for anybody? I mean,
in the women's game, I mean, a Memphis guard did get charged with assault when she cold-cocked a Bowling Green player in the handshake line this season. So if you thought Angel Reese was controversial, punches were thrown in a random NIT game in the women's game. So if that's why I'm just sitting there like, oh, I can't believe she did that. I'm like, I totally can see that now. Cold cocking somebody in the handshake line, that's a different story. So when you compare what Caitlin was doing to compare what Angel Reese is doing, that's baby crap compared to what that happened. So they're actually
standard. I mean, that's Dame time. I mean, Russell Westbrook has done a lot worse.
Right.
I mean, and they, and if you really want to kind of pull the race thing, I mean, there's been, white athletes that have done a lot worse too.
Yeah, exactly. So,
yeah,
like I said, it was weird, but I didn't see it's classless or she was a terrible person or something like that. I didn't see any of that. It was just odd that she followed her for so long.
Yeah, it was just like, all right, I mean. All right, here we go, though. They got the tip off.
Here we go.
Playing in Houston.
Yep.
I wonder if my buddy's there at the game. He lives in Houston, and he typically goes to every major sporting event that happens there.
And, all right.
Yep, they're off.
They're off and running.
Dribble
out of bounds. So that's a good there.
Yeah.
Well, it was off of San Diego State's player.
Yeah.
But for those who don't know, Dan Hurley is his brother played at Duke in that 90 of those 90 teams. He's now he's the Arizona State coach, but he's always going to be part of the basketball lore. And now Dan's here doing something that his brother didn't as a coach. His brother did twice as a point guard, and he also, according to the urban legend, was part of the college conglomerate that beat the Dream Team in the first scrimmage game. So now it's off to a hot start as far as people that are winning the over. You're getting points.
Yeah, you're a little bit ahead of me, by the way.
Okay.
So maybe just pause for a couple of seconds.
Will do. For once, you're normally ahead of me.
Yeah, I think it's because I'm using StreamYard.
Ah,
Right. San Diego State just made the basket.
okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
let me know when. Let me know when Connecticut turns
Scores
it over.
again. Oh, turns it over. Okay. And oh no, he got the ball back.
Yeah, I can see in the top corner.
Yep, turnover.
Wait.
Yeah, they're back.
There we go. Okay.
Back and forth.
Yep.
Yeah, some sloppy play by UConn already.
Well, I expected it because of San Diego State's defense.
The D, right?
So I expect.
But these are self-inflicted. I mean, that's not like the
Yeah.
defense caused him to go back and forth. I mean, that was bad passes, bounce, or even in the passes, they're fumbling it a little bit.
Yep. But no, I.
Oh man, he should have just drove that.
Yeah, Butler's the one that hit the game winner.
Yeah,
2 nights ago. That was.
How is that not
driving into traffic?
Wow,
and they got lucky.
Did they have Butterfingers before they went on the court? What's going on there?
So here's the one thing that you can ever is the bright lights of the stage. So we're going to see a lot of sloppy play at the beginning because it's like, oh crap, we're in the turn. This is it. That's what we've been working for all season, and you have all that stuff. And they're kids. They're just kids, even though some are 24.
Babies.
Some are 24. So depending on who you ask. Depending on what century you're in, they could be past their prime.
I love it that we got like 30, 40-year-olds. They're like, I got another year of eligibility.
Right.
I
Kansas State had a center that was 25 years old. And I'm just like.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. And that's like, the old guy, but it's like still young.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, still learning a lot about life. But, man, all that cartilage, though. They got all that cartilage in those knees, man.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoy it while y'all got it.
Yep. Enjoy while you got it. Well, there's 3 of you that have joined us so far. Thank you so much. Like I said, we said before, we will be at least keeping up for the first half because the way UConn's been putting away teams, this could be over at the half. But if San Diego State keeps doing that, we might be sticking around for a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, San Diego State, a couple of turnovers, missed opportunities for UConn. But I feel like if it's within 10 points, it's still anybody's game.
Yeah.
With the way people are shooting lights out these days and shooting more 3-pointers, you can have a 9-point swing like that.
Yeah, and I really don't think, unless they double, they really don't have an answer for Sanogo, the number 21 down low for UConn, because that was a great cut through, and he's okay. Good, all right.
Yep.
I was about to say,
pull back the fadeaway.
Yeah, so that was good there.
Yeah, and they're letting him bump too.
Well, yeah,
they're letting him play. It's championship ball. Of course, everybody's gonna kind of look at some of the previous games and say, don't need to call it late. But typically, this is what happens. Playoff, everything. They let them play that first half. Third quarter, they start to kind of tighten the screws, and then they typically call it fairly tight on the fourth quarter.
Yep, a lot of nickel dimers, as Bill Rafferty.
Nickel and dimers.
It's a little nickel and dimer there.
Ooh,
that's not what you want. That's not what you want at all.
Is he right-handed and then just like
no? He just can't shoot for some reason.
Yeah, he used his left hand.
But. I've seen him shoot. He's a decent mid-range jumper, but it's always the top of the key. I think he needs to see the back of the rim in order for him to really see the bottom of the net on those shots. But right now,
that was clean.
Yeah, I'm about to say right now, San Diego State's pretty much getting what they want offensively.
Yeah.
So, which is kind of crazy because typically San Diego State is not that decent, not that good of it. They're ranked 75 or something offensively in the nation for their offensive efficiency, but they're decent.
Right. Yeah. I think. Just as the other games, I think it's going to be that second team. I mean, that's where the difference is going to come into play.
Yeah. But
San Diego State is going to try to keep their first team in a vast majority of the game. And UConn is so deep, they're going to be able to give their guys breathers. And then also they're going to be able to keep them out of foul trouble. Because that's what I always look for. I mean, technique or strategy-wise, I want to charge. I mean, I want to, really try to get a couple of fouls on somebody to make them start second-guessing some of their aggressive play. But that another missed opportunity.
I don't mind that, but it just you gotta. The thing is that San Diego State, they might lose some offense, but they're not going to lose any of their defensive efficiency, even when they go to their bench.
Okay, so the bench is just as good defensively.
The bench is defensively, not offensively. Like Butler, number 20 Taylor, I believe, and then Trammell, the point guard, 5'11". They're offensively solid, but then after that, there's other guys that are fine, but because they're just big, long, and athletic.
Yeah, usually I kind of see. I mean, what I'm just from watching with UConn games, early to mid second quarter, they seem to kind of stretch it out because they have their second team in. Calcaterra, I mean, is a pretty salty guy. I mean, all the players are, but I mean, it seems like that second team just has a little more speed and plays a little more aggressive.
I mean, they're offensively more gifted.
Transition ball, yeah. But and then kind of late third, early fourth quarter, like it feels like that's where those two kind of moments is. They kind of stretch out that lead a little bit.
Yeah, it depends on what you mean by third and fourth quarter, since there's two halves in college basketball. But I get what you're saying.
Oh yeah. Sorry. No, good call. I think it's still dumb they only do two halves. I mean, but whatever.
We've got NIL and all that stuff. At least NCAA is going to be butthurt if we change it to quarters like they do the female game.
Yeah.
I just hope that. I mean, they're grasping at straws right now as far as you gave him a hot dog the other day, so you can't do that.
We got Silly Wailing on Twitch saying, "Hi, I want to offer promotion of your channel, viewers, followers, views, chatbots. Price is lower than any competitor. The quality is guaranteed to be the best. Auto on. Incredibly flexible and convenient order management panel. Everything is in your hands. Turn it off. Customize. Go to dogahapa.com." Yeah, remember that? I think we already got one of those, right?
That bot is brought to you by ChatGPT. All right.
Yeah, thanks, but no thanks.
Not going to get me now, Ricky Bobby.
Yeah, that's how they get you.
That's how they get you. So far, the game's got a good pace to it. A little sloppy, which I figured, but the scoring is still there. So, but if you didn't think of these being other than Connecticut, I mean, San Diego State, I mean, you just look at it, there was a lot more fans at other Final Fours.
How do you like the Final Four stages or courts? Because they always have them raised, and then the seating is lower.
I mean, I'm not a fan of it, but I understand the business behind it.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not going to have.
I don't know if they started that in the COVID years. It seemed more noticeable.
They've had it. They've had it at. They've had it for at least 15 years or so, being in football arenas.
That they've done that? Okay.
Yeah, at least. When they first had it big. I mean, because, it's more seats, and they know that the venue's going to hold, so.
Yeah. Yeah. And then they also get, these really good low pro shots, so they can have that track kind of run on the side.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just kind of interesting. I mean, I would, be interested to kind of see some of the seating, angles there.
Ooh. See?
Yeah.
There's just he made a good move. He's just not offensively as gifted as you want him to be.
Yeah. No, good heads up play by throwing it off of San Diego State's knee.
Dan Hurley, you have all that court. He's still on the court.
Right. Yeah.
You have all that room, and he still has his feet on.
He's still on base. He has a foot on base.
He's a third base coach on base.
Yeah. What do you think, shoulder?
Charge.
Yeah. Looked like he kind of leaned a little shoulder in it too.
I mean, he kept up with them. That's good, right?
Ooh, extension of the elbow, actually.
Well, that'll help
Yeah.
the call, but
now would that be a flagrant?
no.
Okay. I mean, I know it's a charge. They call it a charge.
Yeah,
but
it's not a flagrant. Is when he like
that elbow
literally
swing
goes
though.
up. That's a
right.
flagrant.
But I mean, that elbow swing. I mean, because you can't wrap anything around a guy, even if you're trying to do baseline.
Right.
Run, but.
No, it's good defense there. That guy's not going to shoot it from there, so they need someone to come around. Okay, Butler's got the ball. Good pass and good block, and it's all fun. So
then ball control.
Good. It's exactly what you want, just better defense.
Yeah. The dual hand stuff.
Mm-hmm. I wonder how Sanogo's went from where he's from.
Oh, you got it down low. Big man's working.
Yep.
Count it. 2 points.
So that's just, game now. They just don't have an answer for him.
Yeah. Yeah, they really need to pull up a three or just a good shot and.
Well, they really
get some rhythm because I think they're a rhythm team, from what I've seen.
UConn is for sure.
Yeah. Wow, no fouls on any of that. Okay. Yeah, I don't know, refs.
Yes, there's always going to be a foul up there.
Oh, now you're going to call a foul on the other guys? Okay.
Oh yeah, when you go down low, you can commit murder sometimes. So.
Yeah. But there's a lot of hacking.
Yeah.
But also, I think UConn maybe has a little bit of favorability. You know what I mean?
I mean, they're better skill wise. UConn is. I mean, you don't.
Come on now. You know there's always slants. With officiating, there's always a little bit of a slant, always a little bit of a lean.
Yeah, well. They're out of sorts there. That was a kick ball.
Yeah. Right? Yeah, and Jackson didn't play too cleanly the last game either. There's a lot of mistakes he made.
Well, I went off of
towards the end of it.
And no one extended anything, so that's not a kickball. It just happened off his foot.
Yeah, it's been kickball on the defense.
Yeah. So far, so good, though.
Come on, but what are you doing, bud?
He walked.
I know, but it's like,
I mean, it's
quit playing hero ball. Quit picking up the dribble. I mean,
he did hold his pivot foot. He was just there for 5 seconds.
Yeah.
But I mean, he barely held his pivot foot, which normally doesn't happen. If you watched, the Gonzaga guy, that was a walk. He picked up his pivot foot.
There's been a few walks this tournament for sure, but I mean, I very critical of officiating, but I've had to officiate some basketball tournaments with the Tribe at our big festival. It's not easy.
No.
I mean, even if it's middle schoolers and it's call your own fouls, which I tell them at the head of the game, it's not easy with parents in your face or in your ear. Elbow to the face. But the speed of the game, it's tough. It's tough. You got to have good eyesight. I mean, and they move just, they run just as much as the players do. So.
If you didn't think there was a drop off between his offensive game and Sanogo's offensive game.
Yeah. So we're seeing some rotation. Second team in.
It's going to be a turnover either way, G territory.
It's Calcaterra all over the place.
Oh God, that's not a shot you want.
Yeah, and good D. I mean,
No, it's great D. That's what I'm saying. He shouldn't have forced that Kobe step away.
I mean, terrible rebounding though. Like the guy almost tipped it out of bounds. The big guy.
Oh, that's all day if you had any offensive skill. Oh, you got to get that rebound. Oops.
Yeah.
Wow, we got lucky on that, San Diego. No 5 seed has ever won the national championship.
7 straight attempts missed. San Diego State, and that counts as 8.
They really don't want to go inside anymore, which is surprising.
Right, and it's just, I mean, tempo. Just run tempo. Charge him. Just run in there, force a foul or give
let's
a foul.
see if you can get a foul or something.
Yeah.
That's a mismatch, by the way.
Yeah, there's a lot of momentum and energy that that's working against them, and they're just not really striving towards. Oof.
Ooh, nice
alley-oop.
Yeah, they have no. I don't know how good of a communication.
Oh, there, right there. Like lob it in, let the guy run in.
Well, that's a tough pass.
Don't give 13 the ball. The guy doesn't. Hero ball again. Jeez. Yeah. Take him out, man. 13 is just not playing smart at all. Did he get it?
Yeah, you got it unblocked. It's in the top circle.
Yeah. Yeah, they're taking a break. I'm gonna run and grab a drink. Okay. You need anything?
Not at the moment. I need a lot of things in life, but nothing you can offer at this point.
All right. I'll be right back, bud.
All right. For those of the one of you that's here, thank you. It is a 6-point game, I believe. We're about at the 10-minute mark of the first half. So far, it looks like we might be going after halftime. We might take a little break during halftime, and then come back to you. We don't know. These are still up in the air on these things. But so far, a semi-decent first half. And San Diego State's not going to run out of gas. I know that compared to the other teams that UConn has played, where they just kind of run out of gas there in the second half. But I feel like Dan Hurley is going to outcoach this coach, who is a lifelonger of the Steve Fisher coaching tree. He's been with Steve Fisher since Steve Fisher took over Michigan in '89, and then did the Fab Five, which you can kind of guess how, for those who know about the Fab Five, how long or how much NIL money those Fab Five dudes would have actually made. A lot of money. That being said, then Steve Fisher got fired because they paid Fab Five, at least Chris Webber of it. And then so he got fired in '97, was the Sacramento Kings assistant for 1 year, then took over San Diego State in '99, and then retired in 2017. And this coach that's been at San Diego State has been with Steve Fisher since '89. And then they just and he was the coach in waiting. And I say it's paid off for him so far. And there's your history lesson.
That was beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah, there's your little history
had
lesson.
That on the ready, didn't you?
Yeah, pretty much.
I guess I didn't get something prepared, whatever it just be.
I had that on the ready. I always got a little fun facts for the fans.
Yeah.
Little triple F.
My search history all day has been about chicken cordon bleu, so
Yeah.
I can talk about the many different recipes I've been looking at. Gonna be hosting Easter dinner or lunch dinner. Parents gonna come in and have some people over, and so
a Brenner, or no, not a Brenner. Is it a Linner? Is that how you do it? Or Dunch?
A Linner? Yeah.
Dunch is a funny.
I like Dunch. Yeah.
Dunch. Yeah. What are y'all gonna do? Dutch or Dunch?
We're gonna be dunching it. We're gonna dunch it up.
We're gonna dunch it up.
Dunch, please.
Yes. Dunch. Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Okay.
But,
14-10. Sorry. I had my brain sticking on the trivia of Steve Fisher's coaching tree, which led us to this coach now.
Yeah. How do you like the the break interviews?
My mom hates it. I don't care. So why is it gonna bother? I don't care. My mom was like, let them coach their team. I'm like, They get paid millions of dollars. They can take 5 seconds out of there. I mean, plus it puts focus on them as a coach
Mm-hmm.
too. It gives them publicity. So I know some coaches are just like, I focus on winning games, but sometimes you like to ham it up.
Yeah, and I wonder the behind the scenes too. As they've added this, hey, per the contract, we're going to throw in a little bit of something.
Oh, I mean, yeah, there's definitely the coaches can deny it, and then they're like, well, or we can just pay you a little bit extra. All right, fine.
Like, could you imagine Bill Belichick?
I mean, Greg Popovich hates it in the NBA.
Oh yeah, Popovich,
Popovich, like he's earned the right to be like, I don't care, on to Cincinnati.
Yeah, but like those coaches that they're not about it. Like they hate the media, they hate the pageantry of it, and they're just like, I don't care, just fuck off, and we just want to play some ball. I love it though.
Was that there was one interview where they did like at halftime. That was way back with Bobby Bowden, and every question he just goes blocking, tackling. Okay.
Oh. Okay. All right. Come on. Push it.
6-point game.
God.
And it's about to be an 8-point game.
Ooh, nope.
What a freaking rebound. I thought he stepped out of bounds too.
Yeah. There we go. That's what they needed.
That's
a little bit of
going there, draw some foul.
Pump their blood a bit. That's that guy's what, second? Mm-hmm. Second foul? Klingen?
His hands are going forward.
That's what I was thinking too. I mean, it's
straight up.
It's slight, but yeah. There we go. That's the first point they've gotten in the last 5 minutes.
Still haven't scored a field goal in forever.
Yeah. Yeah, before it was 8 attempts, so it's probably at what, 10?
Something like that.
Yeah. So I can win you championship, guys. You gotta. Ooh. Man on the ground.
That's no guy that pushed him down, probably.
Yeah. Just little battles going with the big guys. All right, we got a mix of the first team. Calcaterra's still out there. You got Jackson.
Oh.
What?
They got lucky.
Yeah, that was lazy as shit.
I mean, he got what they call no man's land, where he jumps up in the air, thinks he's going to make a pass.
Yeah, you can't do that. What is going on there? Okay, they call jump ball.
San Diego State's ball. You think Sanogo out there, San Diego State's going to win the tip? No.
Are they going to win what?
The tip.
Oh, the tip.
So whoever wins the tip, then the other team gets the possession arrow. So when there's a jump ball in the NBA, they literally do jump the ball up between the two players that tie it up. Whereas in college, they don't do that. It's just whoever has the possession arrow.
Yeah. So NBA still jumps? I thought NBA went to the possession arrow.
Ooh, they jump.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I haven't seen a jump ball in the NBA in a while.
Still, again, they're just forcing threes. And they're not a 3-point shooting team. And they just left that guy. Good defense there. That was a good shot. Okay. And it's timeout.
Yeah. There you go. Showing the watch party there to Connecticut.
Yeah, he's there best player, like as far as NBA prospect, 24 is.
I do like these little Dicky commercials, man.
I mean,
Yeah, I guess Dave.
right?
Is really more what it is about. Promoting the new season. I think dropping next week or sometime soon.
Magic Johnson.
But yeah, that was Jordan Hawkins, I believe.
I'm hoping this isn't my top 5 of sports movies. I don't think it's ever going to beat Moneyball as far as like sports writing, acting, directing, but it's Ben
Right.
Affleck.
Yeah, talking about Air.
Probably do pretty well. But as far as it's hard to beat Sorkin's dialogue when it's Sorkin at the height of his powers, which is Moneyball.
Right. I mean, the thing that goes against Moneyball is it's about baseball, and that's just boring as shit.
I'm also like a nerd when it comes to stats and stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, we both are.
What is it? The Captain Holt in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Like he loves the movie. He's like crying. He's like, the statistics are so crazy. I mean, oh my god.
Yeah. I mean, spreadsheets, formulas. It's
right.
Talking about love language right there.
I'm telling you, people, here on Rev, we will do a watch along of Excel.
Let's do it. Let's Excel watch along. Let's just build out some of our stat sheets and references to pages and other workbooks. Oh man, color coding. Let's go.
Yeah. If I was looking at it, he's like, what was the downfall? He forgot to carry the 4. He didn't do a semicolon in the right position there, Alex.
Yeah, all right. Didn't put in parentheses. Got to put in parentheses.
Come on, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. You know the thing.
Yeah, I was researching some of the Google filters on their Google Workspace for some domain emails. So you can put all the words you want. You don't put that parentheses and then put everything else in parentheses. Not going to register. Got to do it right. Got to come correct with Google.
Yeah. Learn to code. Those were 3 fun words that were on Twitter that made you sound like an asshole way back in the day. For those who know history. When the automation argument came out.
On Twitter?
Yeah, it was on Twitter and stuff like that when people were coming out talking about automation, taking over truck drivers and all other stuff. And then so many people just like learn to code.
Oh, right.
They can design the automation.
Come on, take it. Babe, gosh. They're so hesitant right now. Okay. Oh man.
They're forcing the fadeaways and all that bull crap.
I mean, it was a good looking ball, but I mean, and there's a difference between seeing them intentionally pump fake and then hesitation. What San Diego State is doing is hesitation. They're trying to pull up a shot. Oh, and then,
Here's the difference between the 2 teams. All 5 guys on UConn is an offensive threat.
Yeah.
Not all of them are offensive threats on San Diego State.
Yeah, but still, it's like, I mean, make yourself a threat.
Yeah.
You know, you're not a good shooter. Great, drive. Let's see, they took out number 13.
He's way too far out.
It's good. Was it a D?
This is turn into what we thought it was going to be.
Yeah. It's not what we wanted, but it's what we deserved.
Right. He got fouled.
Yeah.
He got fouled.
Yeah, and whenever I grew up, I mean, basketball was a lot of a different game. So we were always, coached to follow your shot. follow your shot, get into the rebounding position. And I think with today's game, you just don't see it as much because it's all about transition.
Yeah.
I mean, you're trying to follow your shot. Your guy's already down court. And so you shoot, and then you get back and jump back into position.
All right, time for your history lesson.
Here we go. What you got? What you got?
I don't know.
Well, let me tell you chicken cordon bleu, y'all. So chicken cordon bleu, ham and cheese center. If you do chicken, of course, it's chicken. Traditional cordon bleu is actually veal or pork. But basically just kind of, it's like almost like a pinwheel. It's like a meat juiciness pinwheel that's crusted. And so I'm going to be trying to do that this week. I'm actually going to do a little bit of meal prep, but also kind of test cooking. And so, I'm just going to do some cordon bleus with different variations of cheese, maybe a little bit of a different meat combo. But it looks like what you got to do is you got to tenderize the meat pretty well and get like some thin kind of slices, essentially thin layers, kind of that kind of roll easily. But I mean, if you got any ideas, put them in the chat. Let us know. What do you think is a good Easter meal? I feel like this is be somewhat special enough, maybe to kind of get it done. Actually, I'm even looking at one right now. It looks like they just kind of cut a little bit of a hole in the chicken and just kind of stuffed it. But kind of like the pinwheel kind of aspect, because then you slice it up, and then that way you can just kind of work on a little bit on portion control. You don't need to eat a whole pound or two. Maybe it's just a little bit, and that way you still stay active. You don't get too heavy or saturated, and just kind of I didn't put this so on me. Just pass out. I mean, Thanksgiving, that's what it's for. But Easter, I feel like you got to stay active, man. You got to find those eggs. And chase those kids around. Good Lord. Shout out to all the parents and grandparents out there getting their exercise in on Sunday. And if you all celebrate, happy Easter to you, and as well as the rest of the week. Well, we got Ash Wednesday, you got Good Friday. So pretty good week of festivities. This week here in Ruckus Entertainment Variety, which you can follow us at Ruckus EV, kind of all over. I mean,
you can put it.
I meant to take off the solo layout.
It's cool. But, almost out of my face.
Yeah, but this week looks like we may have a little bit of adjustment of schedule going forward for the game dudes. I know I've got some time, so I'm probably going to do it one of the lunch crunch. I may be, may do it Wednesday or Thursday so I can eat some of that chicken cordon bleu. We'll make it famous, hashtag cordon bleu.
Cordon bleu for you.
Blue for me, blue for you.
Yeah, but yes, as far as we talk about game dudes.
Ooh, cordon bleu jobs.
There you go. That's a good one.
Yeah, what were you saying? I didn't mean to derail you.
Yeah, as far as the game dudes, we are at least me and William will be still streaming from 8 to 10 Eastern time on Wednesday to the foreseeable future, which is awesome. As far as David and Sean, you're adjusting to Monday now for the four main game dudes based on their schedules. So we're adjusting there. So good news, bad news. Bad news. The four-man group is not going to be on Wednesday anymore, but please still join me and William as we go doing other co-op games like Tiny Tina's. We are going to be playing some Avengers until the server ends on September. Me and him both have never played the game. We like Avengers, and it's a co-op, so we're going to play it. But the good news is we're still doing the four-man group, but we're getting 2 game dude streams a week as we go along. So that is the update for the game dudes, which is it. So you're getting more, even though you're not getting all 4 of us twice a week. You're still getting the game dudes at least twice a week. So please still join us for that. It's always fun interacting with you all throughout, and look forward to gaming with the dudes and dudes gaming with the dudes.
There you go, man. Yeah, are y'all ever gonna do Sons of the Forest?
We'll get there.
Yeah.
When the spring, oh, that's not the spring's already happened. We'll see once the because probably what's probably on the docket, as far as the four of us, we're going to play a last epoch. Hopefully at that time. I mean, by the time we get to Sons of the Forest, people might be tired of it, but I don't know. Because I mean, Diablo 4 is definitely on the docket for us going forward, and obviously we're going to probably once the new stuff comes out, Ember Knights, we're probably going to re-explore that. That was not a patch you need to do. And then we'll probably also explore Gunfire Reborn.
It's a dagger right there. 3-point shot, making it 14-26 UConn. After what looked like maybe a foul, like one of the Xenogo State, the center got hit in the face, but also bad pass that got intercepted. But
oh, here goes 13.
I know, right? Gosh, hero ball. I can do it all myself.
So,
yeah, clean shot by Hawkins, though. Yeah, like you said, man, he's definitely the best shooter. Are we going to see a "You Can't See Me" tonight?
It's a little overplayed at this point, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, why not? Right? It's hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, John Cena's loving it. He's like, oh, man, I got a new movie coming out. I'm going to jump on this.
Yeah. Shout out to Tony Yago. For those who understand that reference, that's where it all came from.
Yeah.
Go back to the old G Unit or 50 Cent videos.
Mm-hmm.
He was the first one to do that, and then he was playing John Cena's one of his tracks, and his cousin was doing that, and he decided to do it.
Yeah.
So
G Unit.
So I mean, if you want to say it's cultural appropriation, you can say that. I don't care.
Yeah.
It's a dance move. Everyone copies dance moves.
Mm-hmm. Well, and references. I mean, Wu-Tang. I mean, everybody's did the Wu for a little bit, and
oh yeah,
yeah.
Diversify your bonds, bitches.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. G Unit. I may listen to that album this week.
Yeah, with Lloyd Banks.
Yeah.
Young Buck.
Mm-hmm.
He was just those four. Yeah, was.
Oh man, thought that was getting a lucky roll. So that's an interesting situation. You got multiple players going for it. Okay, so they're all still in bounds.
Wait, where did the ball?
The ball came loose, and the last person to touch it.
Well, it's not under 2 minutes, so whatever the ref calls.
Yeah. But it was good. It was a good call, though.
All right, they didn't call a foul. I'll take it.
Yeah, he got stuffed by the rim. Bad shot by him, and terrible shot by that guy.
San Diego State taking just dumb threes.
Yeah, go get your shoe.
Yeah. Who loses a shoe?
Honestly,
who throws a shoe?
Carbon.
Connor Bennett lost his shoe again. That's a good floater there.
Yeah,
that's what you see.
I thought it was a legit lob.
No, that was a floater.
Yeah, because 13 was ready for that. Jaden Ledee. It's number 13.
There's a mismatch here. That's all day.
And even like his spin was lazy looking. Yeah. But he's still just so dang good. Oh man. Yep. Yeah. I mean, I guess we're not gonna watch the second half, bud.
Way it's going.
30-17, folks. 30-17 in favor of UConn. And they've won every playoff game
Every game, but
Double digits.
No less than 13 points.
Yeah. And they're 13 ahead right now.
They've been a solid basketball team all season. They just
Yeah.
went through a weird rut.
He's like, yeah, we got an easy bracket side. Oh man,
Jacking up stuff. They can't. Yeah, it's just getting.
yeah.
It's gonna be 16 points by the time the half is. Yep.
Yeah, that was Trammell. 5'10".
Yeah.
Number 12.
Yeah,
Trammell there.
So. See, they're just jacking up stuff. Okay, that works.
Yeah,
but
yeah, right.
Still, you're not going to win a game doing that. You got to play good defense, get them in a rut, and then get them take some foul and go to the free throw line, get some time off the clock.
Yeah.
They're lucky they're down 13 at this point, the way they've been playing offense.
Oh, there you go. There you go. And one. Oh. Ooh, buddy.
Good defense.
Yeah. Calcaterra, 3. Yeah, I mean, the guy made the mistake of not going strong. You could tell he kind of slowed down.
Like waiting for him
to try to get a foul.
Knew they weren't going to call it.
Yeah. But it's like, go strong. Like, two-hand it. Make sure you're at least getting the points. Still, Calcaterra. Oh, bobbled.
It's off his foot.
Yeah. Yeah, for Sanago.
I thought he went through his legs there for a second, but apparently did.
Oh, yeah, with the pass back. Yeah. Interesting, just kind of like a standing screen for a 3-point shot.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
All right.
Yeah, looks like it might be a half.
Yeah. Guess I'm just going to go ahead and order some food.
Right. This is going about what we thought it was. And
yeah,
there's no offensive firepower from San Diego State that made me think anything different. Oh. Shout out to all the people that get to screen the Super Mario Bros. Movie tonight.
Right, yeah.
I'm jealous. That movie's going to make so much money. Right now, it's projected to make over 225, like around 25 plus opening weekend.
Oh, yeah, just opening weekend, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like at least $1 billion.
Oh, dude, it's going to be a bill.
Right.
It's a B.
$2 billion?
It's a B movie as far as money.
A B movie?
It's a billion movie.
Oh, $1 billion. Okay. I'm like, okay.
Will
like the letter B as in like A, B, and C.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Or a B movie.
As in dollar amount.
which was another CGI movie that I don't remember particularly doing well in the box office.
The Seinfeld movie.
Yeah, billion with a B. Yeah.
Billion with a B. I remember listening to Will Arnett pod. He's on the Universert interview with Will Arnett.
Will Arnett.
Celebrities, and just like, I give him a B. Yeah, like I'd give him $1 billion. Yeah. I don't know I forget what the context was, but they were like, Tom Cruise, I give him a B.
Yeah. I mean, I'd give him $1 billion. Babe, wait.
Yeah, I give him a B. I'm Batman.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm going tomorrow after do deep cleaning of the house, kind of in prep for Easter. I think we're gonna go see Dungeons and Dragons.
I heard that movie is a fun experience.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like it's getting like a lot of praise
right now, as far as the reviews, as far as audience and critics alike. So that's exciting.
Right? Yeah. I saw John Wick 4 last week. That's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Have you seen it yet? I'm guessing no.
What?
John Wick 4.
I haven't seen John Wick 3.
Oh man, do it, man.
I'm very behind on like movies that I should watch, whereas
Yeah.
I'm watching movies that are just on streaming services that I'm going to watch.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Like I haven't watched Wakanda Forever. Probably
Yeah.
the reason I haven't watched Wakanda Forever is the same reason it took me forever to watch Toy Story 3. Just not ready to do that yet. Just not ready.
Yeah.
Just not ready yet. There's nothing against the movie. I think it's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
I'm not ready to go through that emotion right now. I'm not ready.
Well, I mean, with John Wick, I mean, with the passing of the actor, one of the guys in there,
Lance Reddick.
Lance Reddick, yeah.
See, go and they got to hit the lips.
Yeah. Another rebound by UConn, sitting at 36-20.
Either one, two things happen. Either UConn gets sloppy and it's going to be about a 10 to 12 point game, or
keep pushing it. Hero ball now. Okay, so no shot, but they do get the charge or the yeah.
That's 6 foul. They have still another foul to give before they get to one.
Yeah.
What do you think about the Harry Potter stuff?
What's going on with Harry Potter stuff?
They're doing a 7-part series, and each part is going to detail. They're going to put more detail into each book, as far as a live action show on HBO.
I've only seen one Harry Potter movie in my life, and I watched it for free, and I still try to get my money back. I'm just not that kind of wizard fantasy fan.
Yeah.
And I think part of it was also just because a lot of there was people that were around me at that time that were just annoying as shit.
They wouldn't shut the hell up about it.
Yeah, and they were about it, and it was just like, no, I don't care. Really don't care. But I mean, even like Lord of the Rings, like I like it, not like obsessed with it. Felt like it was, a lot of them were just too long, and the old medieval fantasy stuff, I'm good with that.
Yeah.
Like futuristic sci-fi, space, I'll watch all day. I love anything of that. Sandra Bullock floating in space, let's go. I'll watch it.
It's a funny title for a movie that doesn't deal with any part of the gravity.
Right? Yeah.
I don't know what.
Gravity or the lack there.
It's called Gravity, but the opposite.
Yeah. I mean, they really missed a good chance to have John Mayer song in there, though.
Yeah. That still is a really good album.
Oh, it is. Yeah. Continuum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good defense.
Yeah, that guy looked like he traveled a little bit.
Okay, he is. Prove me wrong, bitches.
Yeah, I mean, they're going on what, 4? No, just a 2-point run.
Yeah. Still a 14-point game.
God.
The reason UConn is calling a timeout, ladies and gentlemen, is because if they don't do it, they will lose it. Yep. You will lose if you have 4 timeouts, and if you do not call a timeout during the first half, you will lose it. So might as well call a timeout and draw something up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and 55-second mark. I mean, that's whenever, hey, here's the next batch. Here's the set of plays, guys.
Right.
We're just gonna, run these 3, run these 4 in continuation, or, really good kind of work out a lot of things.
Yep. But for anyone else, it looks like we are going to call it at half because there's nothing that tells me San Diego State's going to make a decent enough comeback. Rest it. Although thank you for who else all joined us. We still good for the first round of the NFL draft?
I may be on location.
Okay.
Yeah. Still looking to make plans to kind of get over to Kansas City.
Okay.
Old stomping grounds. So may do some live videos or maybe some a little bit of content while up there. If I go, it's hard. So I've got one family friend trip going to the nation, maybe the world's largest powwow, really. Right. But the Gathering of the Nations, they're in Arizona or Albuquerque, New Mexico area. So I got a friend out there. Maybe that make that drive. The plan A is to go to Kansas City for the NFL draft because that's once in a lifetime experience. And then or if something fails between those two things, plan C is actually to go to Texarkana, just hour and a half south, and go to the Price is Right show.
Oh, there you go.
It's like, no matter what, that's going to be a good weekend, there in April.
Mm-hmm.
End of April, which, yeah, okay, yeah. Because we got some gigs that week before, actually, with the band. But, all right, there it is. We're officially at halftime now. 36-24.
12-point game.
UConn.
I just don't.
Right, yeah. It really was a 16-point game.
Pretty much.
Just with a little bit of a laxed last minute. And all the momentum is tipped over to UConn. I'm still just going to call it quarters.
Right.
But who knows? If it picks up and, in the fourth quarter, it's highly contested. I'll be down to jump back on or.
Yeah.
The very least, we can jump on our Discord and do a hangout.
Yeah.
So if you want to follow us, follow us on Twitter. I think that's all we got right now. But you can watch us on Twitch and YouTube. But then you can also join us as well. Join in our Patreon. So it's patreon.com/RuckusEV, really /RuckusEV at everything.
Mm-hmm.
But we got different tiers there. We also got a trailer park trivia. I know I've been sending you guys some of the stuff in the Discord as far as the videos. So getting some of the transition videos in. We already recorded the first episode or, game or match, whatever you want to call it. And so we're kind of finishing up the details on that. And then April 16th, we are scheduled to record the next one. So if you want to be a part of it, definitely join the Patreon. And the $10 tier is where competitors, that's the first tier for competitors. And so that'll get you access to the Discord channels that are kind of hidden for those groups. And then also part of some of the planning meetings and just kind of preparation. With this, it's nothing, high royalty trivia. No studying, right? You don't have to take copious notes and write down every damn license plate that you see in a movie. No studying, just drinking. That's what we call it.
Yeah. In a fun time.
Yeah. Josh, do you want to compete in one in the future? I feel like we may need to do that. That way we can just kind of interject ourselves into it. Just, kind of get a little bit of a product test, see how it is as a competitor instead of just a writer.
So, I don't mind doing it.
Yeah.
On that, I'd rather stay in the opposite. Let all our other Patreons compete in that. But if you want to, if I need to knock the cobwebs off and show people what's up and have a good time doing it,
adult baby Jesus may make an appearance. Who knows?
So I don't know.
I have to grow the beard back out.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. But any final words for the fine folks at home?
Well, no. Thank you all that did join us. And like I said, if it gets kind of heated, we might jump back on live and just call the last fourth quarter, as my pristine colleague has alluded to.
Yeah.
But if anything, thank you all so much for joining. Keep up with the Discord. Please join our Patreon. We're having some fun times, obviously, with the game dudes and stuff like that. Trailer Park Trivia. Tvshka's working.
Yeah, Lunch Crunch. We'll do a Lunch Crunch this week as well.
Yeah, Lunch Crunch as well. So if you like your Minecraft, really.
Yeah. Just do a Minecraft, start a new level, half hour, try to get it done.
Yeah.
May switch over to Sons of the Forest.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe some other survival games.
Yeah.
Because it's usually that first 30 minutes. That's pretty nuts.
On that. So, but yeah, just do that. We also will be trying to produce other little reactions and stuff like that as we kind of get going. But the main thing is we're trying to be just giving you as much content as we possibly can, having fun doing it. And you obviously let us know what you all want to see on that, as far as what other content, what other reactions you want to see, what other things you want to be involved with. because you can be involved with our channel. At the $20 tier, we pretty much let you give a pitch and pretty much produce your own content and have at it. If it works, it works, and if it doesn't, you still have fun doing it. But we're pretty much on the 90% side that's going to work to let you all do it. So feel free to hop on that tier as well. So, but thank you all for joining us. Tvshka, any final words?
That's it, man. You said it well. Thank you all. You have a good night, and early congratulations to UConn.
Yeah, congratulations to UConn. We're just going to call it.
All right, we'll see y'all. Peace.